Genius Kids. Cultivating love for learning.
Chapter 9. Knowledge is power. Learning points. Knowledge acquisition. After completing this chapter, we will be able to know about the script, the story of paper, the invention of printing press, the story of numbers. Introduction. Man is only a living being who has extraordinary knowledge. He has become a great scholar from that of the early man. In ancient times, at first, this knowledge was passed to the next generation orally. However, only a few people could gain knowledge in this way. As a result, a lot of knowledge was lost. Slowly, as early humans learned to draw, paint, and write, knowledge was recorded as well as communicated. Scripts. There are different types of paintings and pictures found in the caves that prove the styles of communication of early men. The early men did not know how to express their feelings to others. For this, they used to draw pictures on the walls of caves what they had done. Most of these pictures are of animals which he used to see around him and hunt every day. These pictures were the symbols of sounds to express his ideas. This script is called pictorial script. In this script, various objects are shown through pictures. Most of these pictorial scripts have been found in the tombs of ancient Egyptian kings. These pictorial scripts are called hieroglyphics. Some scripts of Indus Valley civilization have been found in 1921. People of Indus Valley used these scripts in the seals which have not been deciphered till now. In these writings, besides the pictures, some symbols have also been made. With the passage of time, these pictures were developed and used easy symbols in writing. These symbols were first introduced in Mesopotamia by the Sumerians. These symbols were triangular in shape scratched on the earthen slates with a sharp knife. Later on, these symbols developed into alphabet. Earliest script was Brahmi script in India. It was used in the stones and pillars by Ashoka. Most of the modern scripts of India have been derived from the Brahmi script. Nowadays our national language is Hindi. It is written in Devanagari script. The languages such as Sanskrit, Marathi, Gujarati, etc. are written in Devanagari script. All of the languages are pronounced in Devanagari scripts such as Tamil, Telugu, Gurumukhi, Urdu, Arabic, Persian, etc. English is written in Roman script. The story of numbers. Early humans were food gatherers. They hunt animals and gathered food. For counting, they drew figures, symbols and dots. This was a very crude and unreliable method. The decimal system of counting developed in India. The concept of zero or shunya also originated here. From India, it spread to the Arab. Arabs called the Indian system of numbers Hindasa, meaning of India. Today, this number system, called the Hindu-Arabic system, is used all over the world. The story of paper. After learning the art of writing a script or numbers, people were left wondering as to how to present this writing to one and all. In earlier times, the clay, leaves or bark of the trees were used to write. For several thousand years, the Babylonians and Assyrians used clay tablets for writing their numbers and scripts. First, a sharp-pointed rod was used to write on these tablets while they were still wet, then they were baked to preserve the writing. The Egyptians made the first paper. It was made from a water plant called papyrus. Papyrus is a kind of reed that grows in the Nile Delta in plenty. The thick stems of the papyrus were cut into long thin strips and laid side by side, their edges overlapping slightly. The other strips were placed across them. They were then stuck together using wheat flour paste. The sheets were rolled flat and dried in the sun. The word paper has been derived from papyrus. The art of making paper began in China more than 2000 years ago. As the demand for paper grew fast, the paper was made in large quantities. Today, all the paper used is made from wood pulp mixed with china clay and other substances. The mixture is flattened and pressed to make paper. Critical thinking. Bhojpatra were the leaves of palm trees or the skin or birch trees on which sages, living in the Himalayas, used to write. Text meant to last long was written on copper plates called Tamilpatra. Gradually, the art of making paper has developed and now we have large paper mills manufacturing various types of paper. The manufacturing of paper on such a large scale leads to cutting of trees in large numbers. Therefore, it becomes our duty to save the trees by using paper rationally. These days, recycled paper is also available, which is economic, handy and environment friendly. The invention of printing press. After the invention of paper, the problem was how to write hurriedly because the writing by hand could not complete the necessity of people. The people felt to develop the writing procedure. This necessity resulted in the invention of the printing machine. The first printing of some kind was done by Chinese in the 5th century. They used blocks of wood to carve pictures on their surface. The blocks were then inked and pressed down on paper. Critical thinking. There are 325 languages and dialects along with 25 scripts being used in India. With the passage of time, a scholar and scientist of Germany named Johannes Gutenberg made letters of land metal in the 15th century. These letters were set into a wooden frame and inked for printing on paper. The first book Gutenberg made by this method was called the Gutenberg Bible. Nowadays we have all types of printing machines such as letterpress, offset machine, multicolor offset, web offset, which print in thousands of paper in an hour. Continuous review. Pictorial scripts are called hieroglyphics. Humans first used pictorial symbols. The Indian scripts of today have been largely derived from the Brahmi script. All the languages are pronounced in Devanagari script.
Like, share and subscribe.